get little loans, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 for supporting their businesses. And again, microfinance banks have ensured that some people are sustained in that little business they do by providing necessary facilities to support this business. But recently, the Central Bank of Nigeria, on May 22nd, 2023, by the pronouncement and official gazette of the federal government of Nigeria, revoked the licenses of 179 microfinance banks and 3 finance companies and 4 primary mortgage banks. This again has created a huge problem of trust. Some people are afraid that their monies would be stocked in the banks. Some are afraid that how are they going to get their monies, particularly from banks which licenses have been revoked. And again, people are asking the question, can we really trust these microfinance banks? And many are now reverting to the old tradition of Osusu. You know what I mean by that? Contribution. But what is the way forward? How can we begin to address the fears of investors in the area of microfinance bank? I have with me some experts in this sector, and they'll be speaking to us on the situation with microfinance bank and how the ordinary people can continue to enjoy their investments with the microfinance bank. I have with me the Managing Director and the Chief Executive Officer of Nkpolu-UST Microfinance Bank Limited and Chairman National Association of Microfinance Bank Rivers State, is Elder Nuadum Etukere. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us, sir.
Good morning.
Also with me in the studio this morning is the Managing Director and the Chief Executive Officer of UNC Microfinance Bank Limited, Choba, and is the Zonal Chairman of the National Association of Microfinance Banks South, Dr. Paul Nnaji. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Also in the studio this morning, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Blueprint Investments Microfinance Bank Limited, and the Vice Chairman of National Association of Microfinance Bank Rivers State, Mrs. Elizabeth Oriaku-Owete. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So again, these are experts where we talk about this sector. Again, I want to welcome you to Point Bank. But let us begin with the revocation of 179 microfinance bank. We know that this is within the powers of the Central Bank of Nigeria. But again, why?
Thank you, Shogun, for having us here. First and foremost, the microfinance banks are licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. We have the regulations guiding our operations. Before now, what we used to have is community banks. And sometimes in 2009, we were asked to upgrade to microfinance banks. And as microfinance banks then, we had 3 categories of microfinance banks. As at 2009, via the capital base.
Okay.
For the units microfinance banks, we were having 20 million capital base. For states, we had 100 million capital base, and for national, it was 1 billion. And in 2019, the central bank came up and informed us that 20 million cannot run a microfinance bank effectively, and that we should go back and recapitalize. That was in 2019. And because of the COVID-19 that happened in 2020, we were given some break. So the revocation of license is mainly because of the recapitalization exercise. Now, after the intervention of the National Association of Microfinance Banks, initially CBN said we should recapitalize for the units 200 million naira. That is from 20 million to 200 million. For the states, 1 billion naira. That is from 100 million to 1 billion naira. Then for the national microfinance banks, 5 billion. That is from 1 billion to 5 billion. But with the intervention of the association, the central bank listened to us and now categorized the units microfinance banks to Tier 1 and Tier 2. They maintain that Tier 1 should recapitalize to the tune of 200 million. That is those that are within the urban areas. While the tier 2 are those in the rural areas, which should be 50 million naira. So with that, after they've given us initially the cutoff date was in 2021, but because of COVID-19, it was extended. So what happened was mainly because of this exercise. And like you are also aware, during the days of the Soludo and the commercial banks, they were asked also to recapitalize. Those that cannot meet up, merge, and those that could not merge, their licenses were revoked. So that is the main reason for the revocation of those licenses that you mentioned.
A fantastic explanation you've given. Again, what central bank said is that many of these banks have remained inactive, become insolvent, persistently failed to render the relevant returns as at when due, and some of them have closed shop. But again, my interest here is, of these 179 banks, how many of them are in River State? Do we have the statistics?
Yeah, of the 179, only 6 were in River State. Only 6 were in River State. And out of the 6, I think about 5 of them, 4 already closed shop, like you've mentioned. It was only 2 that were in operation somehow.
But again, let us leave the policy aspect of it, because you see, Microfinance Bank was designed for a very special purpose. It was supposed to be a vehicle for so many people who are unbanked, particularly those at the grassroots, and also to support their businesses. Are we really achieving that? Because that's another critical look. Here in River State, how much of that is being achieved?
Yeah.
Doctor, this is a conversation. I want everybody to join in this conversation. Yes, please. Maybe Dr. Oriaku, yeah.
Yeah, we are achieving it because we have the number of customers, clients to Microfinance Bank that are growing on daily basis, and the number that are growing are actually drawn from the group that you refer to, the unbanked. So we have a greater number of them coming from that group. And since the number is growing on the daily basis, we are, giving financial solutions to these persons that are coming to us. We're giving financial solutions by way of taking deposits from them. We're giving financial solutions by way of granting them micro loans, macro loans, agri loans, different kind of loans. And that is improving their businesses. That is improving livelihoods. So we are achieving the mandate for which we are, established.
I would like Mrs. Owete to join in here, with the managing director of Blueprint Investments Microfinance Bank Limited. Somebody was saying to me the other day, this Microfinance Bank, are they really relevant? And I said, imagine they're giving a loan of 5,000. And I said, do you know the capital base of somebody selling pure water? I mean, so how much of these people are coming forward for these loans? I know Microfinance will give as much as 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, in some category 50,000. But again, let us look at the criteria and how many people are coming in.
Okay, thank you very much. Microfinance Bank, I would say, are very relevant in terms of asset creation. Now, if you look at our economy, you discover that a whole lot of us fall under that microfinance sector. Taking some markets as an instance, you see women, coming out to do small businesses that requires 10,000, 5,000 to do. So Microfinance Bank is there and has been assisting them for them to continue doing their daily businesses and all that. These are the things commercial banks will not be able to assist them. So we have a whole lot of them, which has also helped to increase the financial inclusion that CBN has been pursuing. So having our numbers, we have staffs that are deployed to several market, audience and targets to be able to bring in these categories of people into the financial sector, whereby they can be able to access as little as 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, and 50. And these loans are are not even collateralized. You know, they're allowed to kind of, for us to do.
I'm very sorry. I would like to, because when you talk about these loans are not collateralized, there's an alarm that raised the meal.
Yes.
But I'll come to that. Go ahead.
Yes. In the sense that they don't need to maybe bring collateral for it, assets, collaterals for it. All we do is to do the due diligence. Who are these clients? Where are they coming from? Do we know their houses? Do we know their churches? Can we attest that yes, they have existing capital and businesses, no matter how small it is? So with that, we can be able to, you know, advance them such loans, and that will help them to increase their business, you know, capital, and it keeps growing, and that indirectly also helping to help their families, alleviating them from the poverty that is affecting, you know, the economy.
Well, fantastic. Of course, we all agree that one of the essence, or one of the reasons why microfinance banks were licensed at the beginning, is to take the dividends of democracy to the people, even at the grassroots, providing, well, liquid to sustain their businesses as low as 5,000 naira. But again, for those listening to us, maybe you are listening to us right now, tell us, have you really felt the effect of microfinance banks in River State? What are your fears about Microfinance Bank? You want to join the conversation, and we will want you to join the conversation. The number is 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021, as well as 090-3984-8244. I'll call the numbers slowly so that you can get it. 090-5079-1021, 081-174-31021, as well as 090-3984-8244. Have you patronized microfinance banks before? What are your fears? What are your challenges? And what do you think generally about microfinance banks here in Nigeria and in River State? But again, let me come to the issue of collateral. I have serious issue with that, because I've been told that even microfinance banks now are now demanding collateral. And again, a lot of people complain on the use of unorthodox method in trying to get back your funds, including using talks. Some of them have sent me messages. I don't know how they got my number. This person is this. I said, what is my business? They can talk to us about that.
Well, Shegun, in the first place, yes. We are, by our license, we are not supposed to ask for solid collateral because of the amounts that is involved. What we look for is a simple collateral. Presently, we have a collateral registry that we can even use household items as collaterals, movable items.
Could you expatiate more on that? What do you mean by that?
Household items. You have a television,
okay.
You have a deep freezer in your house, and the receipt is in your name and it's in order. We accept that as collateral.
Even cars.
Mm-hmm. The cars you're driving.
Even livestock.
We accept as collateral, and we register some of these.
Yes, they are called movable collaterals.
But on a very simple note, we ask for a guarantor.
A guarantor.
A guarantor, somebody that is a bit higher than you in terms of this financial capability or financial strength, so that in case the customer is unable to pay, we know the guarantor will meet the guarantor. The person you guaranteed is unable to pay.
But how do you get a guarantor? Because sometimes they've sent text messages to me, and I don't even know these people. I don't even know how they got my number, and nobody got in contact with me.
At the point of processing the loan, we request for the guarantor. The guarantors will fill the forms, signed, give us their details. Their details, and that is how we get.
How do you verify if those details are genuine?
Yes. We verify even with their BVN. Okay. They have the part of the things they will give to us is their BVN. We verify. If we ask them if they have accounts with other banks, we request for their statement of accounts, at least for about 3 months. But the basic thing there, Shegun, is we profile these customers. You don't just move into a microfinance bank and say, I need a loan. you have to bank with us for 1, 2, 3 months for us to know what you do, carry out KYC. Character, you see, character is very important in our own sector. So within this period, we are looking at what you are doing. Very important. We are looking at, you will not just move in and you said, I need a loan and we'll give it to you. No, you have to establish a relationship with the microfinance bank.
Mrs. Owete, you want to say something on that line? Yes.
Yes, you were asking how we go about getting guarantors. Now, anyone you present as your guarantor, like what he said, will do KYC. We must know who the person is. We'll verify them to their houses. Some of them verify them to their working places to ensure that this person actually has the capacity to take on your liability. Peradventure, for one reason or the other, you are not able to pay. So we don't take it lightly about due diligence. We are very, very, interested in knowing the people that are assessing these loans and those that are guaranteeing them, because we have had issues whereby people connive. All right, people connive to with the intention of taking this loan and not paying it back. So we go extra mile to ensure that we know who these customers are, and we also know who that are bringing to us as their guarantors.
All right, before I go to the telephone line, and again, for you listening to us, the question is, do you have trust in microfinance banks? Do you have trust in them? Would you want to put your money in a microfinance bank? Again, have you tried getting a loan from microfinance banks? And what are the challenges you witnessed? If you're listening right now, you want to share your experience with us, the telephone numbers are still open. But just before then, I want Dr. Nnaji to weigh in on this. We've talked about the banks where their licenses were revoked, and we said about 2 of them in Rivers State right now. What are the assurances that my money is safe in a microfinance bank?
Okay, the regulation is one of the primary assurances. Before you operate as a microfinance bank, you are supposed to be issued a license by Central Bank of Nigeria. And in doing that, you need to put some things in place, including the minimum required capital, as had been explained by my state chairman. You put some structures in place for takeoff, and the CBN will okay them and allow you to operate. In course of operation, NDIC will also get involved. NDIC is Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation. So their primary role, as empowered by the law, is for them to insure deposits. So deposits in money in deposit money banks and deposit microfinance banks and other deposit taking institutions regulated by CBN. So that insurance that is being provided by NDIC is one of the guarantee that should anything happen to any microfinance bank or any financial institution, your money is not lost. So for those that their licenses were revoked last month, immediately the licenses were revoked, NDIC took over those banks so that they will take some records and profile the customers for the purpose of paying them back their monies. I know that paying money to customers is usually in stages. The first stage is to pay you a certain amount of money per customer. That is 200,000. Every customer will be paid 200,000 naira if you have up to that and above. If you don't have up to that, you'll be paid the amount that is less than 200,000. Those who have above 200,000 will be paid 200,000.
I want Mr. Nnaji to talk a little bit about that, because I know about the uninsured deposit and the insured deposit, which is what you're talking about again. And the law says that within 30 days, that's what I gather, particularly for the insured deposit, they are paid within 30 days. So how do we make this work? Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. The NDIC comes in after licenses are revoked. They do a due diligence to establish ascertain the customers that are involved in each of these banks. and also ascertain what is on ground. Thereafter, I think they will do their compilation and match whatever is there, then get approval. That is within the purview of the NDIC. They are the ones that will actually work out the modalities for those involved to be paid.
Okay, Mrs.
You are talking about the insured.
The insured and uninsured.
The insured deposit, it is a matter of regulation that every year you insure the deposits of customers. It is not
you pay
uninsured.
premium.
You pay a premium.
You pay premium to NDIC.
At the end of every year, you compute what the deposit liability is and pay a certain amount as premium. And from time to time, that is every year, that is how it goes to ensure that the deposits of those customers are insured.
So, in other words, you're trying to say that depositors cannot lose their money with microfinance banks.
They cannot.
They cannot
They
because
cannot.
they are all insured and they are regulated.
Exactly.
And so it is not possible that one microfinance bank, because you've just told us 4 microfinance banks there, they become inoperative. So somebody cannot just move away with their money.
No, all those that were not operational, I believe that all the customers were paid. But if there is any customer that was not paid in any of those banks, they also have an avenue to raise complaints, and we have a complaint desk with the CBN, and it will be addressed.
Well, again, let me just quickly come to the telephone lines now. Maybe we should just take some calls at this point. So again, tell us, what are your fears about Microfinance Bank? Have you been to a Microfinance Bank in River State? What are your notice? What did you notice? What are the challenges you face? The number 090-3984-8244, as well as 081-1743-1021. Let me take this one. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Yeah, good morning, Shegu.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel.
Samuel, good morning.
Yes, the thing is that what I want to know is that can they just measure the bank so that we can know where the banks are, then we can be able to open this account with them. So I want
Fantastic,
to know
Emmanuel. Yeah, we will try to do that. If we have a list of some of these microfinance bank in River State and where they are, I will ask the chairman to read out the list for us. So we'll do that. Let's take this one. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. Point Blank.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Hector, calling you from Military.
Precious, did you say Precious?
Hector.
Oh, Hector. Yes, go ahead, please.
I had one of your...
Yes. Hector, your line is not very clear. We'd like to hear you clearly, Hector. We'd like to get your conversation clearly, but unfortunately your line is not very clear. You may just want to call us back, Hector. Again, the numbers to call us 070-5079-1021, 081-174-31021, as well as 090-3984-8244. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Let's take this call. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Good morning, Shegu.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, my name is Akanto.
Akanto, good morning. Yes.
Nuadum. Okay, there you are.
There you go.
And good morning, other guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. My question is very simple. Just like what the last caller said, and I wish we are anticipating to listen to the list of the microfinance bank that have been liquidated recently. And again, I'm very curious, sir, to see that if to ask, sir, if movable assets or immovable assets are being tendered as a collateral by a customer who want to collect money or lend money for a microfinance bank, and all of a sudden that customer died in cause of dying, and perhaps before the person died, they have sold movable and immovable assets without giving proper information to the microfinance, what would that bank do? Or national insurance company do?
I can't
Thank you. That's my question.
You're creating problem. I can't. You're creating problem. Okay, but that's a question, and I think that's a very tangible one. Yes.
I want to thank you for your question. First, apart from the movable and immovable collateral, like we said, there's also an insurance cover for the customers. In events of death, the insurance companies will take care of that. But it is advisable, before you even dispose of the collateral, notify the bank. Notify the bank before the collaterals are disposed. Yeah. Notify the bank, this is the challenge, this is what is happening, so that the bank will be able to switch with you. But in event of death, because as these loans are granted, we also have the insurance cover, micro insurance that takes care of, in case of death, the insurance companies will also take care of that. Thank you.
What I want to add,
and that's Dr. Nnaji.
Yes,
go ahead.
Yeah, there's a law guiding the movable collaterals, and that law created what we call National Collateral Registry. So if you are pledging a movable collateral for any credit facility, that collateral is supposed to be registered in a central registry, such that if they are supposed to be sale of that collateral, the registry will prevent. If there's illegal sale of that collateral, the registry will prevent it. That's the essence of that registry. So you cannot just wake up and sell a collateral that you have pledged. If you do it, it's a criminal act, and then you can be prosecuted for committing a crime. So once you have pledged a collateral, that collateral is documented and registered. So you allow it. The institution that lent the money to you is the institution that is authorized to sell it whenever it matters most.
Fantastic. Let us take another call here. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I apologize again, but the line is muffled. Please, you may just want to try any of our lines. You're listening to Point Blank, coming to you from Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. And we're looking at the operation of Microfinance Bank. You recall that recently some banks, some licenses of some Microfinance Bank were revoked. And we're asking the question, what are the assurances that investors' funds are guaranteed, and also those who've put their funds in this Microfinance Bank, they will get their funds back? And again, the operation of Microfinance Bank, how effective are they? That's what we're talking about this morning. Good morning.
It's Festus, call back.
Yeah, Festus, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please, I had one of your guests there saying that sometimes people come to collect loan from the bank, they will not pay it back. And that in LMA, one time in LMA, when you go to collect the loan, they will be giving you forms that you will not be able to meet up their demand. But sometimes you see people coming to collect the loan, and I found out that it is those people who are working there, they easily give those loans to their relations. So when another person comes, they will be giving condition that will not be able to meet up. So I don't know why it is like that. Sometimes the government bring out money for people to collect loans for any assistance.
Well,
when another person go, they will not give the person.
Well, I think you're mixing it up. But again, let's come to this area, because the Microfinance Bank is supposed to take care of, these unbanked people, rural communities. When you begin to ask them to fill long grammar, or you're asking them questions they cannot meet, and the allegation that you're only dealing with people that you know or close relatives. How correct is that?
Shogo, that is not correct, because the essence of microfinance banking is to reach out to those that could not access or meet up the financial challenges with the commercial banks. Microfinance banks are actually grassroots based.
Yes.
And our customers are
all
those that do businesses, the organizers and all this.
So why are you asking them too many questions to fill forms?
We don't ask, it is very simple. We don't ask too many questions. If they are asked to open an account, there are certain things we definitely need to ask them to do. 1, a passport. 2, national identity card. Provide us with a national ID card. 3, your residence. 4, if you have a means of paying utility bills and all that, those are the information. Your next of kin. These are the simple, then your BVN. If you don't have a BVN, we also enroll you to be able to have a BVN. These are the major things that we ask a customer to provide. Then a passport photograph, like I said. Then if you are now coming for a loan, you will have had dealings with us. We will have been able to carry out KYC, like my colleague said. You will have been able to carry out KYC. Maybe you bank with us.
Know your customer.
Yes, you will have banked with us for 2 or 3 months, as the case may be. So when you are now coming to access this facility, we will look at what your business is like. We'll take stock of what you have presently, because we believe we are the ones that should be able to give value to this category of customers, and we simplify as much as possible the methods or what is put in place for them to access loan. Like in my own bank, you can apply for a loan today, and be rest assured that by Tuesday next week, that loan is disbursed to you. So I don't
less than 3 days.
Yes, I don't see any bottleneck.
You know,
especially where you provide some of this.
Nuadum, again, because I have seen a lot of people, and this is where it is important what we are doing now, and we're going to spend a little time on that, maybe about 3 minutes on that. I've seen a lot of people that have told me that I can't go business, or I don't have money, and I'm looking at how much are you talking about, 10,000 naira. Do people really know that you give a loan as small as 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000? And apart from that, do people really know that you also give them business support advice? Do they know?
Yes.
That is why I think that is why basically that is why we are here.
Yeah.
Because we believe that the knowledge gap is there. We are here to educate them.
The woman selling akara.
Yes,
the woman
we are here
yam.
to educate them, to tell them, you don't have any reason to fear. The people you need to bank with are the microfinance banks. For the woman that is selling akara, the woman that is selling bole out there.
Chin.
I'm telling you, these are our clientele. So, but most times when you meet some of them, they will tell you, I opened an account with this commercial bank. I always advise them, the bank that will help you in what you are doing is a microfinance bank, because you cannot go to a commercial bank
and ask a loan of 5,000.
Ask for a loan of 10,000, 5,000, as the case may be.
I won't give you.
And the level of awareness too, in most cases, plays a leading role. Sometimes people are apprehensive not to go into obtaining loans and all that. But I also tell them that to grow your business, you also need that financial.
Again, a lot of people don't even know the difference between microfinance bank and the commercial bank. They don't know. They all of them bank. Okay. I went to bank.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. And somebody also asked that, could you just tell us where these banks are in River State? Do you have the list?
Yeah, we have where the banks are located.
Okay, go ahead.
For those of us that are in the studio here, I'm the chairman of the National Association of Microfinance Banks, River State chapter. My bank is located in River State University. UST. The bank is owned 60% by the River State University by way of the shareholding.
Yeah.
So it's located right in River State University. If you enter River State University today, what you will hear, you will hear Nkpolu Bank. It's a household name so far as that institution is concerned. Then my zonal chairman is the managing director of U&C Microfinance Bank. U&C Microfinance Bank is in the University of Port Harcourt, in the campus of university, and is also owned by the University of Port Harcourt. My vice chairman here, the MD of Blueprint Investments, the bank is located along Oyigbo Expressway there. And we have other banks, Midland Microfinance Bank, a little one street in GRA. We have Rima Growth Pathway, located in the Secretariat. Rima Growth Pathway Microfinance Bank is located right in the River State Secretariat in Port Harcourt. We also have Maxi Trust Microfinance Bank. They are now at Iguruta. We have Dio Microfinance Bank. They are at Akpajo here. Okay. We have Levi's Microfinance Bank at Waterlines.
Hope Alive.
We have Hope Alive Microfinance Bank around my two and all that. So, and Entity Microfinance Bank along
Eliozi is their headquarters now.
Eliozi is the headquarters, and they also have branches. So far, I think we have about 12 microfinance banks in Rivers
And
State.
all of these 12
Active.
microfinance banks, they assist traders, petty
They
traders,
assist-
small
Yes.
businesses,
Yes.
give them business tips, help them
Exactly.
save their money, and give them loans when they
We
decide.
do,
Yes.
we do all that.
Even public servants.
Even public
We are not
servants.
stopping at the
And at the
the active poor.
Yes.
We are not stopping at the economically active poor. We also extend our services to the
Salary
public servants.
Earners.
It will interest you that my own bank, we pay salary of River State University staff, and we also give them facility. So they don't have any challenge. But most of our people are not informed. Shego, I will also want to let you know that for those into agricultural in the agri sector, are they aware that the interest we charge them, that central bank will pay them a rebate of 40% of whatever we charge them? They are not aware.
Let's talk about the interest rate. How much is the interest rate?
What? The interest rate is between 24 to 36%, depending
high.
on, well, you know, our level of operation and
Yes.
the cost of
operations,
doing business
yes.
now.
Okay.
It's
Cost
a
of
one-shop.
fund.
Most of the reason is a one-shop bank. The cost of operation is very high. And if it's within that range, sometimes we reduce it as per monthly. That is 2%, 3% monthly. So are you telling me that if I should give somebody 100,000, I'm asking the person to pay 2,000? Is it too much? No. Because the cost of doing business is high.
All right, we just have less. Actually, our time is up, but we have just about 5 minutes just to wrap all of this up. Now, interfacing with the people. I know, for example, that I've seen it work in Lagos State, whereby they go to meet the people even where they do their business.
Yes.
And they do it.
We do that.
You that,
We
yeah.
do on daily basis. We have staff
That's the modus operandi
of
of microfinance
banks.
That is how we mop
So we
our
have
funds.
food soldiers, we have field marketers that go to the dukes and crannies to meet the clients.
Yes, that was something you said from the onset about the traditional
Osusu, yeah.
Now, see, the danger in doing that. That's why I want to encourage everybody hearing us to please, if you must save your money, save it with microfinance banks.
Not Osusu.
Because we are insured. The one short person you are giving your monies to, anything can happen. That person could run away with your money. That person death could occur and all that. But when you save your funds with MFBs, you are very, very sure that whenever you need it, all you have to do is to trace them to their office, and you are very sure of getting your funds back. So,
And I want to add that even the microfinance bank are also doing the Osusu. We are doing it in a formalized way, in a regulated way.
You have the data records.
Yes. The other people are doing it informally. So we also send people out to collect daily collections,
yes.
daily deposits.
And it is posted to the accounts. They get a lot.
Yes.
Elder, a lot of people are trying to call us, but I'm not going to take calls again. Elder, I want you to talk to that woman selling bole. Tell to that woman selling gari, that woman selling whatever they're selling on the streets. A lot of them are on this corner. How they can locate you and come and be part of you in 2 minutes.
Well, how they can locate us? One, the microfinance banks are there. I've said my own bank is right inside the River State University. The zonal chairman, the bank is University of Port Harcourt. The vice chairman here, the bank is along Oyigbo, and several others like we've mentioned. They have my contact. I'll also drop my contact. Anybody, any of them that wants to reach out to us, we can also give our telephone numbers to them on how they can locate us. But more importantly, there is a value chain in those dealing on agricultural products, so that if you obtain the facility, central bank will give you a rebate of 40%, provided you are faithful in the repayment. That is the clause there.
And you know, the big thing is this, even aside the money, it is the advice you give to these people about their business.
Yes.
The woman selling akara, how to help you. The woman selling bole, how to, because some people will just go and ask for loan. And before you know it, they will use it
They
to
will
buy
use
Ashobi.
it. No, they will also use it to do burial.
We do a lot of counseling and mentoring. And we call that social intermediation.
Gentlemen, I must thank you sincerely. We'll find time to invite you one again and also talk more to you. so excited to speak to Elder Nuadum Etukere JP, who was the Managing Director of Nkpolu-UST Microfinance Bank Limited, Port Harcourt, and the Chairman, National Association of Microfinance Bank, River State. It's a pleasure also having you in the studio, Dr. Paul Nnaji, the Managing Director, UNC Microfinance Bank, Choba, Zonal Chairman, National Association of Microfinance Bank, South, and also to you, Mrs. Elizabeth Oriaku-Owete, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Blueprint Investment Microfinance Bank Limited, and Vice Chairman, National Association of Microfinance Bank, River State. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Well, it's been Point Blank this Saturday. We do hope you enjoy every bit of it. Do make sure you join us next Saturday, still on Super FM for